McCormick, and I'm a Benton County farmer, organic farmer, have been for 42 years, and I'm also an author and sometimes a teacher. We have an ordinance, a Benton County ordinance, that is put together to protect our local food system. It's an attempt that we've been making for the last 40 years to gradually organize food security base in this county, actually throughout a bunch of counties. We've found out in court over the years that we have no legal standing. So what this ordinance does is it gives the food system as a whole legal standing.
In very simple terms, it's a way of banning genetically modified organisms. And the route that we've chosen to do that is by empowering our community and the natural systems that we depend upon and asserting that we have rights.
Basically, we're asserting our right in Benton County to be able to have a local sustainable food system for the people.
It also protects our seed heritage, which is under threat by genetically engineered seed and food products, but seed in this area. Specifically in our area, it's sugar beet seed, which is all genetically engineered, and corn seed, which is getting into all of our corn stuff. But there's a whole lot of genetically engineered products either on the market or coming onto the market that threaten this whole local food system's ability to be able to have locally grown seed that we actually own and that isn't patented.
As part of that right, we can't have a sustainable food system if we don't protect our seed heritage, our seed purity. And so we are asserting our right to our seed heritage, and GMOs are a violation of that right because they aren't in the commons, they're owned.
We're threatened by seed companies that want to control what is planted, where it's planted.
It's an initiative that seeks to protect our local food system from corporate harm, which is genetically engineered crops, industrial agriculture that's coming to the Willamette Valley, coming to Lane County, that threatens our local food system and our local farmers. To us, this is an example of how corporations get to unilaterally make decisions for communities, where they get to bring their corporate harms into a community without anyone being able to say, we don't want that here.
We're saying it in a very different way. What we're saying is, no, you can't grow any GMOs because it interferes with this local food system. And the local food system now has legal standing. And we're saying, no, you can't have any GMOs here because you're messing with our system. Natural processes that are the soil, the water, and the air have never had legal standing in Western law until these rights-based ordinances. This ordinance does that, and it takes away the rights that are claimed by the state and the corporations to overpower any of this.
It improves our chances of healthier and more sustaining life ourselves.
We've come to a point in this country where corporations, in coordination with our government, are wreaking havoc on this country and wreaking the havoc in lives of most people, all but a very few. And that it's time for us to change how our country is operating. And to me, this movement is really about the people taking back their power to do that.
I know that others probably think that it's just good enough that we're banning GMOs, but to me, it's a lot more than banning GMOs. It's about creating community and a sustainable food system, not just GMOs.
This is fundamental democracy at work. And when people realize that they live in a country that is not a democracy, and they see that in action through the passing of these ordinances and the subsequent legal challenges to them by state authorities, by federal authorities, by corporations, they recognize, hey, the deck is really stacked against us. And in the Constitution, the U.S. Constitution, and in the state constitution of Oregon, it says in plain English, all power is inherent in the people, all governments are founded on their authority. Well, this process is taking that entire political process, the entire legislative process, and putting it back in the hands of the people where it belongs. We're just galvanizing ourselves around issues that matter in our community, and in our case, it's genetically modified organisms.
It's up to us to do it. And because we have these local rights to do stuff, why we can protect our health, welfare, and safety.